So when I'm scouting, I focus on a number of attributes of the player. The first is it's based on our team's needs. So you got to figure out what positionally, how and what players will fill in your need. When you look at the personal attributes of the player, it's going to be the physical, the speed, the agility, the strength. But there's also a number of sort of tactical and technical aspects that you have to look at. From a defender, his ability to position himself to give cover for another defender. So for example, he'll look to his right or look to his left. These small things that sort of separate someone from sort of the amateur or collegiate ranks to a professional. If it's a forward, it would be something such as, how does he separate himself from a defender when the ball's coming to his feet? Is he comfortable with the defender on his back when he receives the ball? So it's really dictated by the position. The college game is really physical. There's a lot of man marking. It's less technical and tactical. And so if a player, is playing in the collegiate game, he'll move like a professional. It's hard to really say, to articulate what that means, but he'll have something special typically. It could be his speed, it could be his ball service, but typically there's one or two attributes that will make him special. And it'll make him a sort of a professional player. It's rare that you'll find someone who has all the attributes of a professional, because that would make him sort of an all-star. But there's typically a few of them that you can find in a player and you say, wow, he has something special in this area. We need that on our team, or this would really help us win games. When you're looking at your roster, you got to think about next year. You got to think about the following year and the third year, and up to probably 5 years, and know sort of your depth chart all the way through your academy. And that's something that we're fortunate here at TFC to have, academy all the way down to this year, the U12 level. So you can say, okay, at this midfielder level, we have we have Jonathan Osorio on the first team, but we have Manu Aparicio, and he is coming in, and we just signed him last year. But you can go down and say, okay, are there special players that have a chance of becoming a professional? So you certainly have to look down the line, because it'll dictate your decisions on trades and drafts and acquisitions. I'm a draft for need kind of guy. It depends on the year. I think that you have to know your needs. If you draft for the best player, you might find yourself with a player who's disgruntled and he's asking himself, why am I here? Because you already have people in those positions, and then you're forced to trade. But if you had to put it to me black and white, I would say draft based on need. That said, it's never black or white, and every year it's different. The positions that's the easiest to transition from amateur to pro, I would say, in the U.S. has been defender. You've seen the interest from abroad in the number of our center backs in particular. I think it's because our athleticism, our size, our strength, and the ability to read the game defensively, we are on par with a lot of the best countries around the world, or leagues around the world. When it comes to that world-class striker, it's been a little bit elusive. We have top quality strikers, but it's been tough for us, for whatever reason, to produce a player who can score goals on a regular basis for, in the highest competitions around the world. The advantage that it gives me is really the feeling when an offer comes, or a trade offer or a player offer. You've done so many transactions that you don't have to sort of go back and look at the rules or think about it too long. You sort of feel it's sort of an intuition that you get on terms of the value of a certain player. So if you give me the size, weight, height, and name of the player, and I know the player in the league, I can, pretty quickly get a rough idea of sort of the value, and that could help certainly on draft day if an offer comes and we need to quickly make a decision within our allotted time. We need to pull the trigger on that, and so that's where it would help.